Okay, I would like to introduce this time 4 kinds of Taro's origami papers. The first one is standard, which is called as kami, which has color on the single side. So one-sided color and the other side is white. The second one is called duo, which is the double-sided color paper of kami paper. So this one has color on both sides. Okay. And the third one is tant. Tant is a double-sided color papers, but this one use the more expensive material than kami paper, which is thicker but a nice textures on both sides. And the fourth one is washi paper. Washi is a very special Japanese paper using long fiber, color on both sides, same colors basically, and this washi paper has very soft texture like a fabric, and unique characteristic of washi is that washi is very strong against water. Okay, so let's get started from standard kami paper. So kami paper is basically most popular paper as origami paper, which has color on one side, the other is white. Okay, you can enjoy the color change like this model, right? And the kami is very popular, especially suitable for beginners, and because this is relatively cheaper, so this paper is good for practice. And this paper is basically use the white paper and put an ink on one side. Okay, so so if you measure the thickness of this paper, you are able to know that ink is put on one side. Okay, so so 0.066 millimeter. And if you measure colored kami paper, so thickness is 0.0071 millimeter. So the thickness of color ink is like 0.05 millimeter. Okay. Alright. So let's move on to the second kind of paper, which is duo paper. Okay. Duo paper is basically the double-sided version of kami paper. So this paper, this is duo paper, which has double-sided color, right? So basically, after put ink on one side, put another ink on the other side to make duo paper. So you remember that thickness of this paper is like 0.071 millimeter. So when you measure the thickness of this duo paper, so the thickness is like 0.06 millimeter. So thickness of ink is 0.05 millimeter. Okay. So in the case of duo paper, because you use two inks on both sides, so basically there's an variation that duo has a different color on both sides. This is the feature of duo paper. Of course, this paper is more expensive than kami paper. Okay, so let's move on to the I forget to tell you, but in the case of duo paper, because this paper is used from the white paper, so if you tear, so this white you can see, right? So this is the feature of duo paper. So next paper is tant. Okay, so tant paper is color on both sides. Difference between the kami paper is that tant paper use more expensive material, right? And have a very nice texture, different texture. The kami paper is relatively smooth on the surface, but tant paper has some texture on one side. I mean both sides. The difference between duo paper and tant paper is that because the paper is made from the fiber which is dyed from the first, so that if you tear this paper, no white you can see, right? So this is the difference between duo paper and tant paper. Okay, so next, the washi paper. Washi is a very special Japanese paper. As I told before, this paper uses a long fiber of the very special kind of wood. So you can see the maybe it is rather difficult to see on the video, but you can see from the surface the fiber, right? And the texture of this paper is very soft, like a fabric. And the unique characteristic of this paper is that this paper is very strong against water. So if you use like a wet holding technique, when you use washi, the paper never tear. Okay, and because the texture is very soft, this paper is very suitable for you to make the flowers, the petal of flowers. Okay, so that's all. These are the 4 kinds of our paper. The standard, which is kami paper. This is a duo paper, which is double-sided version of kami paper. And tant, this is both side premium origami paper. The washi paper, which is a very special Japanese paper. I forgot to scale the thickness of tant paper. The tant paper is basically thicker than duo paper, which has 0.118 millimeter. And washi paper is also thicker, but not so much compared with tant paper, 0.094 meter, which is thicker than duo paper. Okay, so that's it. I hope you're able to understand the difference of four kinds of Taro's origami paper. Okay, I made dove using four kinds of different origami papers. This first dove is made from kami paper. So because kami paper is one-sided color paper, so you can see white here. It's very easy to fold because the thickness of the paper is not so much. You remember that this paper has like 0.07 millimeter or something. Okay, and the second paper is duo. So this is the duo paper made dove. So this paper has double-sided, so no white shown. This one is thicker than kami paper, which has 0.077 millimeter. So a little bit difficult to fold compared with kami paper. Okay. Alright. The third one is tant paper. So this is double-sided premium Japanese paper. So unique, fine texture. So we recommend for you to use this paper when you make origami figure which you would like to display to others. Okay. The last one is washi paper. So washi is a little bit soft, but you can enjoy a soft texture of the paper. This one is also a double-sided origami paper, like tant. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.